was a little pocket change. We've been doing this shit for years, man. This is an exclusive interview, my baby. I can't hold my tongue for nobody. I got more straps than action impact. Come on there talking shit, you gon' get kidnapped. The only rapper in the city that never got his shit snatched. I heard the ops tryna slide on me, but I know that shit cat. For falling off, I'm on my toes. It ain't shit, that was chump change. It is paid, bro. I don't sell guns, pussy nigga, I cherish mine. Used to have these niggas scared, now they terrified. BJ in the building watching. If it's real beef, I guarantee you ain't leaving here alive. Put that mink on. This Asco right here. That's the next. What I was talking about next up. That's all I listen to. I listen to all my people. You know what I'm talking about? What's the deal? This your man's Baby James, reporting from the west side of Detroit. Fucking with AHumbleSoul interview, man. I don't usually do interviews, but my man's reached out and shit, so you know I tapped in. He came from out of town for this shit, man.
For sure. Back again, man. Broadcasting live from Detroit. This time we tapping in with the one and only Baby James, man. Bossy James, what's going on with you, bro?
What's going on, bro?
How the holiday season been treating you so far?
Everything been alright, man. Spending too much motherfucking money. Besides that, though, everything been alright, man.
For sure. So, man, definitely want to chop it up with you about your music. Somebody I got hip to a couple of years ago, but when I actually interviewed Lil Ron, shout out to Lil Ron, and I asked him who was the artist, or what was the song that kind of put him on the map as far as like in the Detroit rap scene.
Right.
He said it was Baby James, his Hate My Guts. He said after that, his phone didn't start beating. You know, after that, everybody wanted a track from him, so on and so forth. And that kind of, after I talked to him, man, it kind of made me go back and do my research a little bit, kind of refresh my memory and start listening to some of your old projects or whatever.
Right.
And get hip to your new music, so on and so forth. I know you plan to drop a project and all that type of stuff. We can get into all of that. But just, if you can just briefly reflect on that time, man, that period. I know you did the video, you was broadcast, you was in the hospital after the whole robbery situation and all that type of stuff. I mean, just go back to that period of your life when you made that track.
That period of my life, man, it was crazy. It was like, man, everything was going good, like at that part of my life, man. I just got a new truck and everything was going good, new jewelry and shit. And hey motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? I'm in a club, somebody tried to take my glasses and run off with them and shit. I grabbed them, then he turned around, shot me and shit. So after that, it was just like, I'm like, damn, like motherfuckers I was fucking with, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers hate my guts. I'm talking to my nigga Freaky, he like, man, these niggas hate your guts. Like, I'm like, fuck it. I went to Lil Ron. I actually already had the beats, like he sent me some beats and shit. So I actually like went through them, and then that one caught my ear. And took it to Helluva, and Helluva put it together. He engineered it. Actually, don't nobody even know Helluva engineered that. Hate My Guts.
Shout out to Helluva, man.
Yeah, he engineered it. He like, I ain't write shit. I went in there and I actually wrote it, but I actually went in the studio and like wrote the shit and dropped it like as I was in there. Like, so yeah, shout out to Lil Ron and Helluva for that though. But that was a Detroit classic, man. It's still a classic to this day. Like everybody bang that shit. Like that was like one of my first videos that did 100,000 views and shit. Like by myself, like you know what I'm saying, no promotion and shit like that.
So what makes you take that approach as far as like getting footage of you actually in the hospital for the video? Did you know it was gonna get that type of reception?
I didn't know it was gonna do that type of reception about like, but that's just how I felt. I'm like, man, like, cause shit, that was like my third time getting shot, like third occasion getting shot, like I was getting shot, like I got shot 3 times, 3 separate times, 3 years apart. I got shot when I was 16. I got shot when I was 19. And that happened when I was 22. So I'm like, damn, like when I got shot 19, she like, I mean, when I got shot 22 when I was about to do Hey My Guts and shit. She like, well, you turned 25, you need to be in the house, you know what I'm saying? That's what the surgeon said, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, you know, I'm young though. I'm like, I survived twice, so that third time, I'm like, damn, I might be out, like, you feel me? I might be out here. So, like, I woke up and I'm like, man, everybody calling me and shit, DMing me. It was like, Twitter was hot at that time and shit. So, like, Twitter was going crazy. Everybody was going crazy, man. So, I'm like, fuck it, call the cameraman. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't even thinking about nothing, how everything was gonna go. I called the cameraman. People was on the internet talking shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I put the song out. Then the song went so I was already shooting a video. Like, I was fucked up shooting a video. But it wasn't done. But it was so much controversy on Twitter, I had to, like, shut some shit up. So I wound up just dropping the audio to it. And they was going crazy, you know what I'm saying? Then I wound up dropping the video probably about a week or 2 later or whatever like that. But yeah, though.
So in the midst of everything going on, what was the controversy?
The controversy, it was controversy with motherfuckers that I already had problems with, and then it was controversy within my group that I was rapping with, the Streets Are Us group. People that wasn't rappers, like, you know what I'm saying, hating and shit on they was hating on me and shit. So
somebody in your own camp.
Yeah. Well, we had our own camp. It was like some dick suckers that they had that was they people that they was hanging with a person that was in my camp. He was bringing them around us, so I wouldn't necessarily say that they was in my camp, but that's how they got close to me in my camp. You know what I'm saying?
Like somebody.
So everything kind of fell apart.
But it's all under the same umbrella, though.
Yeah, it was all under the same umbrella.
Association.
Yeah, so that kind of, and we was in the midst of making like Bandcamp 2 and shit, so it kind of made it hard for that to get done like that. You know what I'm saying? I was rocking with me, Snoop, Freaky, and VA. Those members of the camp, like we still like we stuck together through the whole thing. They stuck with me through the whole thing and shit like that. But like as of now, like certain people and shit, like it ain't no love lost. You know what I'm saying? We done got older, we done chopped it up and shit like that. So
what's the current status of the Streets?
Current status, everything straight. Like we really trying to put a movie together and shit. Like tell the whole story about everything. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so
because we've been doing this shit for a long time.
I got a couple of questions popping in my head. I'm gonna bounce around a little bit, but. So, because I know I've heard you mention Streets Are Us in your music. I've heard you mention Acting Bad.
Yeah. See, it was
and Say No More.
Yeah.
All right, so break that down. What's the difference?
All right, so Streets Are Us, that's a rap group that I started with. Me, Fat Snoop, Freaky, Skywalker, and Jack, and VA Michigan. That was our rap group, whatever. We dropped like about 4 mixtapes together. Then I dropped a solo mixtape together. I mean, by myself. And then after all that happened, after the Hate My Guts and all that, I just started a whole new brand. Acting Bad, I was doing the clothes. Say No More Gang, doing the clothes, and everybody rocking jogging suits and shirts and shit. So I started a whole new brand. This was more like family, like my cousins and shit like that. There wasn't no outsiders. It was all like, you know what I'm saying? But Freaky Skywalker, he in it still, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So going back, so you said you've been shot in 3 different occasions.
3 different occasions.
Were you shot multiple times in each incident?
Yes. Well, when I was 16, I got shot once. When I was 19, I got shot about 3 times on the side. I got grazed in my head right here. And then when I was 22, I got shot in the stomach in a club for the glasses. So it was all different occasions, all different spots.
So, I mean, what was going on? Can you just briefly talk about the situation? I mean, so you're 16, you're not even an adult yet.
No, hell no.
You know what I mean? And you getting shot at, or you getting shot.
Yeah,
you know
that was really like, we was on the block shooting dice and shit. You know what I'm saying? We was on the block shooting dice, and it was a drive-by. So, like, I was, like, the only one that kind of froze up and then ran and I got shot and shit, you know what I'm saying?
So it wasn't even meant for you.
Well, I wouldn't say that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like. You know what I'm saying? It was some little shit going on. Like a week before that, you know what I'm saying? Somebody else got shot and shit. So I ain't gonna incriminate nobody, but but you know what I'm saying? Shit, street life shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's the same kind
But
of
all that shit made me the man I am today, though. Going through all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I look at shit different and don't react to certain bullshit. You know?
Okay. I mean, that's interesting. You know,
Yeah, hell yeah.
And
I made sure like nobody under me that I fuck with, they ain't have to go through none of that because I already went through it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just 16, 19,
22.
22.
And I'm 29 right now.
You're 29 years old?
I'm 29 right now.
But the last situation was when you was 22.
22.
And that situation was, did you have on some Cardis?
Yeah.
Because I've heard so many different artists and just people in general talk about how dangerous that can be to rock them, where you got to be a certain person to rock them, and people still try to snatch them out. So that's that serious around here. People get shot in a club over some glasses.
Yup, some glasses. Yup, some white buffs. Yup.
And those are worth what? $2,000.
$2,000 roughly. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how white you want them. You know what I'm saying? You want them real white with nothing. No gray in them or nothing, they gonna cost about $2,500. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody take your life over there.
Yeah, you get your life took up, bro.
So how did that change you? Did you still?
I actually still have my glasses. I actually still like one of my friends. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tanaya, man. Hippie Life on Instagram. She actually like brought me my glasses and shit to the hospital. Like I still had them. Like I grabbed them back, like they broke and shit. Like, but when I got out the hospital, I sold them bitches. Like I ain't even want to rock them for a minute after that. You feel me? And I just started back rocking them and shit. But yeah.
Man, let's take it back to the beginning though. So I'm curious to know about your childhood. Like I know we talked a little bit about your music, and I'm familiar with you as an artist. But on the outside looking in, I mean, for the viewers, who is Baby James? I mean, just talk a little bit about your upbringing. Was it like two-parent household? Were you a good kid?
Baby James.
How was it coming up?
Yeah, well, it was coming up. It was my mom and my old dude. We was always in. I come from Garden Projects. They redid them. They on Joy in Southfield, but I was raised in the Garden Projects on Joy Road in Southfield. And my old dude and my dad, my mom, they was together. They split when I was like 7. Then my dad was staying on like 7 Mile. So every weekend, or I get suspended from school, I was on 7 Mile. So that's how I'm close with my 7 Mile people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my 7 Mile family. You know, but either way, and then my stepdad, he was a rapper. So
like a known rapper?
Yeah, he was a known rapper. They went by the World Players. He had a group, World Players. They had a song on Jesse James CD on that Wild Mia West that Never Leave Home Without It. Okay. So, and my mom do hair, so for one of her hair shows, they was rapping in it. So I had to rap in it. So I was 9 years old. My first time ever going to the studio was with Hell of a, like ever rapping. My first beat I ever rapped on was a Hell of a beat. Like I was 9, so that was like 1999. And
what?
Yeah, that's why, like, you know what I'm saying? He'll call me his nephew to this day. Like, I just finished up my new CD with him yesterday, but my first time in the studio was 9, so I've been doing it, and I always had a studio in my basement growing up. So
hold on. Let's pause right there. At 9, was Hell of a who he? I mean, I know he's been respected. And revered for years, but did you know then whose beat you was rapping?
No, Hell of a used to be on Blade stuff back in the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he used to do stuff for Blade and stuff. Like, people don't know a lot of stuff that he did. Like, I was raised up around him. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like my uncle. So, like him getting his name, like, you know, he was in a group, you know what I'm saying, Made West and shit. So they was all popping. My stepdad group, World Players, you got Made West, you got Lodge Boys, you got KA, you know what I'm saying, Street Lords, all that. So we was like the youngest coming up. Like, I was already new to this shit. I was shy about the shit, but once people in school got to hearing shit, they wanted it. So I had to start recording CDs, bring them to school. I was giving them out. I ain't even want people to know I rap, but I always was a rapper though. People that I was hanging around, like, man, this shit sweet as hell. They, like, you know what I'm saying? They wanted this shit. I was fucking 13, 14. So I always had it in me, you know what I'm saying? That's how I am now. Like, even like today, like, you know what I'm saying? Hell, like I I took a lot of people to meet Hella, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I took dope boys to go meet Hella, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Are you serious?
I took LOM to go meet Hella, you know what I'm saying? Like I took a lot of Detroit artists. They'll tell you themselves, but like, you know what I'm saying? I went to go do a song one day and shit. Me and Kid from HBK from Dope Boys, I picked them up and shit. We went down to Hell. Then Hell, like, damn, I heard some of y'all shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the next day we came. He like, all right, we're gonna do something tomorrow. So I did the boy with Kid. So the next day we came back. He brought that whole clique, and we did it. I Be Going Hard out here. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that all played out. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm really like a staple in the Detroit rap game.
For sure. I mean, that's interesting because they have some classes together, Dope Boys and Hella, like you said, LOM. I mean, he's worked with so many people, but I didn't know you played a key part in the introduction.
Yeah.
I mean,
I brought everybody. Yeah. Shout out to my nigga P Gutter. Yeah, he was like, damn, Hella ain't answering my he ain't answering my DMs and shit. So I low key, crazy part about it, I went to go do Hate My Guts. I called P Gutter. Him and Rudy came to the studio. I ain't even tell. I just called him and told him to come up there. Actually, P Gutter and Rudy had 8 and 8. They had a verse on Hate My Guts when I first did it. Gutter called me, wanted to do his verse over, and then Hell was like, "This sound like you just need to be you." So I would have never had that. It's BJ, not the DJ, nigga. That verse, that was never on there at first. So when Gutter wanted to do his shit over, I wound up just taking both of them off and then just put another verse on it, and then I put it out. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't caused no friction or anything.
No. I was just hollering at Rudy at the Gucci Man concert and shit. We still, you know what I'm saying, chop it up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying because that's a song. I mean, that's arguably your biggest song. Huh?
Yeah. They understood though. Like they really like wanted to do it over, so I'm like, I'm gonna just like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna just solo it.
That's a big deal. But I'm sure you probably, I don't know if you knew or not, like you said, that it was gonna have that big of an impact.
I didn't know
it was just a song.
I didn't know it was gonna be like that.
Right. I mean, so talking about hatred, adversity, just challenges and stuff you've gone through. You talked about being shot. I don't want to keep going shot, shooting, and stuff like that. But I mean, around what time in your life did you first start going through that type of stuff? And how did you? What's your perspective on hate?
Shit, I've been hated all my life because I always had nice stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying, my mom took care of me, and then when certain shit I wanted, she wasn't buying, I had to go hustle for it. Yeah, so like I've basically like been getting hated all my life because I always had nice things and shit. My mom took care of me, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, instead I wanted shit that she wasn't buying, like Cardi's and Al Signs and shit like that. So nigga got the hustling, gambling, you know what I'm saying, trying to get everything. But people ain't like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I was fucking with niggas in high school, 9th grade. Nigga I was fucking hanging with. They fucked around and they fucked around and set me up and robbed me for an hour sign. And then I fucked around, like, came back to school. That was probably like a Friday. I came back to school that Monday with a brand new one. You feel me? And Dog was going to another school at the time. That's how I knew he set it up and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He didn't come back to the school or whatever like that. But anyways, motherfuckers been hating just off of clothes niggas rock, you know what I'm saying, off of all that type of stuff. And the females love a nigga. They always love a nigga, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm already be fucking with Dog, bitch, or whatever. They always just hating. Then the CDs got the circulating, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So people was really hating off the love that I was getting, like, you know what I'm saying?
So how did you deal with that?
I mean, I always deal with it like how I came. Like, I never been soft. I never been, like, you know what I'm saying, a hoe-ass nigga or whatever. So, like, motherfuckers knew that they couldn't, like, if they wanted to do something, they had to come correct. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, that's how I was. That's how I went. I wasn't taking no shit, so motherfuckers. So, that's how I was. If you try something, then we try something. You know what I'm saying? You do something, we retaliate. You know what I'm saying? So.
But it wasn't something you just dwelled on.
It was never nothing like I never started none of this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's how I just wasn't taking nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So let's transition into the music. You kind of touched on. You said you've been actually rhyming since 9 years old.
Yeah.
But you start putting out projects as a teenager.
Yep, I started putting up. We put our first project out with my group, Streets R Us. We put our first project out. I want to say in 07. I want to say it was 07.
12 years ago.
Yeah, I want to say it was 07. Yeah. And we used to throw parties. Like we used to throw probably like 2 parties a week. Like we used to have downtown, like Burst on Broadway, Club Envy, Lot 29. We used to have all that on lock. Like, you know what I'm saying? We'd go through a party and make $10,000. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
but it was just as teenagers, we'd throw a party and make $10,000 and split it up. Like, so it was never like rap money and nothing like that. Like, people weren't really get rap money like that. So we never really we did it for fun and we knew how to do it. So we wasn't really looking to get money off of it because we already had everything we wanted. You know what I'm saying?
So it was like a passion.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it just happened to, you know what I'm saying? People get to tapping in. Oh, can we try the Pontiac? We had Pontiac loved us. They used to always like book us out there and shit. And then like so Milwaukee and all that type of shit.
Man, I want to ask you about Joy Road.
Joy Road.
You know, that's something else. I always hear you talk about Exit 9 and Joy Road and so. But you know what? It seems like, just judging on the outside looking in, that section of the city really got worldwide exposure when T Grizzly mentioned it in his first day out.
Yeah.
But it's people who
but not for real though. I won't really say that. No, I say KD's off. What you know about my hood? I say he really like Exit 9, Joy Road, come up off the freeway. Cause like really like the older people that's probably like 40 something right now, they was always Joy Boys and shit like that. So like the younger generation, like my age and a little younger, like we claim Exit 9. Like you feel me? Like we ain't going around, oh, we Joy Boys. Like that was like the older thing. So we like kind of started the Exit 9 kind of like trade, like the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? But he actually like he got the world to know about it though. Like
that's what I was
Joy Road.
Yeah, that's it. That was the point I was gonna make. Yeah. Like as far as like commercially,
right?
That, but it's people who've been putting on for it. So just talk about that section of the city. If you can describe that area, what differentiates that area? What makes the people there? What's different about that section versus any other part of Detroit? What makes that area special?
It's special to me because, like I said, I grew up. I grew up in the Herman Gardens, HGK. You got like Joy Road and Southfield, so like Joy Road and Southfield to like Evergreen, like Ruish Park or whatever. Like it just was lit over there. Like a few years ago, like a couple years ago, it's a lot of people dead. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P to them, but it was just lit. Like it was just, you know what I'm saying? People riding around, getting money, young niggas. You know what I'm saying? Getting money, working, networking off the phones and shit, speedballing. You know. So like it just made it lit. Like all the bitches wanted to come fuck with Joy Road. Like you ain't have to do nothing. They want to just ride in the car with you all day, see you make money, and go to no clubs and nothing. Like you know what I'm saying? It was just we just was known for that. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like and then it's just a different breed. Like the Joy Road nigga than everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Is it something to the extent where you can tell when somebody is from that area?
Yeah.
Like literally?
You can tell with the slang. Like if they say bum, like what's up, bum?
Yeah.
Like that's Joy Road slang. What's up, bum? Or you scudded. Somebody say you scudded. That's like, man, you tripping, like, or something like that. Like you scudded, bum, you bait. Like that's all Joy Road slang. So you hear somebody talking you ain't gonna be able to talk to no Joy Road person and they don't say one of them words. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna already know
that's
it.
That's a dead giveaway right
there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, so talking about the hatred and talk about, you know, you being a controversial person and you've had a lot of different things going on with you. Somebody else who hails from Joy Road, represents Joy Road, HNIC Pesh and that whole collective. I know y'all had some issues in the past. I don't know what the current status of it is, but how did that whole thing come about? And was it interesting knowing that y'all represent the same section?
Well, he like Greenfield area. That's what the area he claimed or whatever like that. But I actually don't even know the guy. Like you feel me? Like I don't even know the nigga for real. He like back like I say when we was in a group. Like I know HNIC people. I grew up with them. I used to hang with them. But like it was like kid shit. Like, that shit been squashed. So, like, we used to do diss songs on them. They ain't never rapped and shit. They never did shit back. So, like, 7 years later, he pop out, a rapper claiming HNIC He taking shots at us because we on the rise at this time. We the hottest niggas in the city. Feel me? So he making diss songs. He making diss songs and shit to get himself known. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, like I probably saw the guy like probably 2 times ever. But like when we was at the factory hall and all them little club basement parties and shit like that, I'll never remember him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, so I just like, I feel like he was just trying to get a rap name, like, and started that, and I just happened to see him, and then, like, it's a like long story, you know what I'm saying? Long story.
Oh, y'all actually ran into each other?
Yeah, there's more. It's footage of them in the mall running and shit when they saw me and shit. That's how everything got critical, you know what I'm saying? After that, shootouts and all that type of shit got going after that, because they was embarrassed for running through the mall, so after that, shootouts every other day. Yeah, hell yeah.
And this is something that
it's
not
a lot
rap.
of shit.
It's not rap related though. You said from the beginning. You said it
was kind of like
going on.
It was actually over my jury. Like my jury got stole. My house got broke into. My jury got stole. Everything got stole. And then I actually ran into the nigga that actually did it. But he already knew I had previous problems with him. You know what I'm saying? So when I ran into the nigga that actually did it, I ran his pockets. And then after it was just like a year later. Then they pop up on the internet. I already bought new jewelry and everything. I ain't never cried about it on the internet. Nobody never knew nothing about it. So when they came out saying like they took my jewelry from me, like they saw me out and basically took my shit from me. They was on the internet making videos. So after that, I ran into them at the mall. They dropped their bags and get to running. You know what I'm saying? My little cousin caught one of them, beat one of their ass. I think it was Ken and shit. He fucked him up. And then after that, it was just shootouts. Because I never stopped, like, you know what I'm saying? I would never stop living my life. I'm going to do what I got to do, you know what I'm saying? It fucked up a lot of money. Like, party-wise, I stopped having to, like, feel me? I stopped throwing parties for a while. And then, you know what I'm saying? I just, like, you feel me? Can't beef and get money at it. So I had to focus on one thing. And then I wound up getting locked up doing 6 months. And then when I got locked up, I guess he got locked up as I was already locked up. So when I came home, he was locked up. So that's basically how shit died down. You know what I'm saying? And then now, one of their mans telling them, and they all locked up, and one of their mans snitching on them about, he got jammed for some other shit, but he said he got information on them trying to do something to me. So he just jammed both of them, all of them up. You know what I'm saying?
In that entire situation, has it ever been a situation where somebody's tried to label you like as telling on them or anything like that?
Yeah, of course. He was like one of the main dudes trying to say like I'm snitching and shit like that. But he did an interview, I guess, you know what I'm saying? I ain't listened to it though, but they said like people that saw it, they was like, yeah, he ain't say you snitching. He's saying that his man snitching. HNIC Fetty, that's the nigga that snitching. So he snitched on them. Trying to get off for some shit he already had did, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on with them niggas. You know?
Does that type of stuff bother you as far as like, because I know that can be a serious label if you're somebody who's dealing in the streets, like.
Yeah, it really ain't bothering me because I know it ain't true, and then I'm like active in these streets, like, so people that deal with me, like I'm really in these streets, so motherfuckers, like, you gonna see me, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. Yeah, so what's the current status of the relationship? Is everything cool now?
As long as ain't nobody putting up no paperwork, can't nobody put up no paperwork with my name on it or saying nothing that I told on anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, so is everything neutral now? Or y'all
I mean, shit, I don't.
You bygones be bygones. You stay in your lane, they stay in their lane.
I mean, shit. I guess that's what it is. I don't even think it's no more of them niggas.
All right, man. So I was just curious, but I know. I mean,
they did.
So how did that transition to you even going at with Peasy and Team Eastside? Is that because they were associated with them?
Yeah. Like he had dissed me, and Peasy be on the song with him. You know what I'm saying? And then I bump into Peasy, and then it'd be another story. You know what I'm saying? Like I done bumped into Peasy a lot of times. Like it'd be another story, and then he'll be on another song with him. You know what I'm saying? But I bumped into him at a concert probably about 2 years ago. Shit. And ever since then, it ain't been shit since then. That's probably, like, you know what I'm saying? So I can bump into him in the club. Like actually, right before he turned himself in, we was actually supposed to put something together. We was at NS, we chopped it up. He like, shit, I got to turn myself in, so we got to get in there ASAP. You know what I'm saying? But we still never managed to do it. It was like too late. But yeah, but everything worked out. You know what I'm saying? The public don't know that though. You know what I'm saying?
That's exclusive. Yeah. AHumbleSoul exclusive.
Yeah, this is all exclusive shit. Bro.
For sure.
Yeah, with the with the baby face race shit, all that type of shit. So yeah. That shit died. That, like, you know what I'm saying? I was just in Miami fucking with them. Went to the album release party. We wind up chopping it up. We chopped it up the same night. Me, him, and PZ and NX and shit.
Man.
Just some, you know what I'm saying, misunderstanding shit like that. So.
I mean, just a couple more for you. Let's talk about your music. You dropped. I love the track too. The Never Satisfied.
Never Satisfied.
Like a month ago or something like that. Maybe about a month ago. You dropped the visual with it. You talking.
Shout out to Nino.
You talking your stuff on there, and then you kind of got the fans you kind of let them on. You said that you was gonna drop the project, your latest album. It's been like a couple of years. It seems like since you dropped your last project.
Yeah, I ain't dropped. I ain't dropped no album in over a year.
Yeah.
Yep. It's been a year, almost 2 years down there.
So what led to the hold up at the last minute when you said you was gonna drop it on Thanksgiving? Then.
Shit, because I couldn't drop a CD without a heli track on that bitch, for real.
That's when you started.
Also real shit, you know what I'm saying? So I actually like you know what I'm saying? He had like when I was supposed to have a session with him and shit, I wind up like going out of town. And then he wind up fucking around, come down there fucking with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? He came down there too, that Miami in November shit. So I actually just did the track with Hell and shit, like 2 days ago and shit. But it's finished now, so I'm actually thinking about dropping it on New Year's Eve, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the name of this one?
It's gonna be Last One Standing. That's what I think the name is. That's kind of like the perfect name for it, I feel. Cause like I'm like you know what I'm saying, soul survivor. You know what I'm saying, only the strong survive. I'm like one of the niggas that's been around and still around. You know what I'm saying? God bless. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I feel like. That's the perfect title for it.
Okay. And just talking about, I know you got the album. Retaliation.
Retaliate.
Enemy of the State. This one's retaliate, not retaliation. Retaliate. I thought it was retaliate.
Retaliate.
Oh, it's retaliate. I got it mixed up.
Yeah, it's retaliate. I got Enemy of the State 1, Enemy of the State 2, Retaliate. And I got Stuntastic. Right. And then I had my last CD.
Back in my bag.
Back in my bag, yeah. That's when I feel like I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get back on this rap shit.
And I was thinking about, I'm just looking at the titles, you know, like the Enemy of the State. Now you talking about
it was everything I was going through.
That's what I'm saying. Retaliate.
Retaliate. That's when they was saying they broke in my crib and all that shit. Yeah. And it was just everything I was going through, like my music. Like you could tell I was mad on Retaliate. Like
I noticed on your song Never Satisfied, you mentioned, I caught the line. Give me one more year and y'all can have it.
Shit, yeah.
So what I mean, moving forward, are you thinking about stepping away from music?
I mean, like, I kind of, like, really ain't been taking it serious, but I go to the studio because I still like rapping there. I like I hear beats or go buy beats and shit. But I feel like, give me one more year, I'm about to put my all into it again, like I did years ago. So I'm gonna do it the right way, everything the right way. Manager. Give me a manager. Like, I did all this shit. I never had a manager in my life. That's probably why I ain't blow as big as I supposed to. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to get a manager, you know what I'm saying? Good managers, you know what I'm saying? Anybody know any good managers, send them in my direction, you know? But I'm going to do everything right this time. Get all the paperwork right. I'm going to promote this shit and strictly focus on rap, you know what I'm saying? Nice. That's why I say give me one more year. So, like, I'm gonna go hard with it.
From 2007 to 2019, when you look back at your career, just over that decade plus, what comes to mind? How do you feel about, you know, how you've performed as far as like sales wise, the impacts you've had on your city and just throughout the nation and the world, and just you personally, you know, as far as like how you feel about
sales are always straight. Even though I ain't dropped, man, I still get music checks. Like I done dropped some new shit. I still get checks in the mail from CD Baby and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like I feel like I have grown a lot as an artist. Like my delivery and the shit that I'm speaking about, You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't just talking about, oh, I got this, I got this, I got that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually, like, telling my story, like, what's going on. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I mean, so outside of that, as far as like, what do you think about the impacts you had on the city? And I
I had the impact, like once upon a time, like, I was the hottest nigga in the city. I was like yo, top 5 rappers. Everybody used to always say me, like, even if like you go through the jails, people still call me from jails, and people say like I'm still like I'm the best rapper from the city. Like, people being in jail, county, all that shit. Even when I go to jail or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I get the love, and you know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's kind of like, you know, I'm 29 now, so damn near. They got young depths and shit. They didn't fuck around and they fuck around and know me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you Baby Jane? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers like you. So that's why I say, like, everybody that be hating or don't like me don't really know me, because everybody that know me loves me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't never did no whole shit to nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, so how do you feel? Have you noticed the support change from you having to hate my guts and so on and so forth, and you getting these hundreds of thousands of views, and everybody's coming at you, and you working with X, Y, and Z, you putting X, Y, and Z in position to work with, you know, big name producers like Helga, so on and so forth, to now it's 2019, you still doing it. It's other people who may have the spotlight on them now versus how it was when you broke into the scene, you know what I'm saying, and made your mark. How does that feel? You know, because I can assume that it has to be some genuine love as well as fake love, and people support just because you hot versus, okay, now the next dude hot. Let me jump on his wave. But how's it been for you?
yeah, I mean, I've been dropping music. I just have been dropping visuals, so I can't really say. I just started back dropping visuals, so like I still be getting like the Never Satisfied. I got a lot of good feedback off that. Like, people like About Time, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you back on it. But you know, like, it's a lot of young motherfuckers that's out here that's hot right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody gonna have their wave at one point in time. It's just about if you can keep it going. Like, long as you still talking crazy on your tracks and shit like that, like, the people ain't got no choice but to rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody deny good music, man. I don't care if you don't like a person. Like, if they make good music, they make good music.
Right.
You feel me?
I mean, that made me think. So who are you rocking with right now in the city? Who you listen to? You jump in the car with you right now. Who's a Detroit or a Michigan artist you rocking with right now? There's a lot of people doing their thing.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I like Dre Gambino. I like those two guys. They, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they go in there and have fun.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, hell yeah. Y'all fucks with them, and
for sure.
Who else? Shit, my little cousin, he on the rise right now. Esco, he on a couple tracks with me and shit.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? But who else I listen to? I don't really listen to too many. I be listening to my motherfucking self, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really listen to too many motherfuckers though. But
you said Drago, Bino, Esco.
Drago, Bino.
I'll tell him.
Yup, and I fuck with Babyface Ray music. He'll drop a nice song, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, even if, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if it was like a situation going on, like, you can't deny good music. You feel me? Yeah.
Do you have a relationship with T Grizzly? I know he represents Joy Road.
Yeah. I ain't got his number. I can't call him and shit, but I got a song with him before he got locked up and shit. Yeah, me and him got a song together before he got locked up, but he done tapped in a couple times. Like, when I was locked up and shit, he had called my phone for me to go to his birthday party. My OG, I told him I was locked up and shit. He had offered to, asked her did I need anything. She told him I was straight.
Sure.
I was in Vegas. He was in Vegas and shit. I went to one of their shows in Vegas. He had, you know what I'm saying, tapped in afterwards, like, what's up, man? What you got? You know what I'm saying, though, but we don't talk on the, you know what I'm saying.
I was just curious how y'all represent the same.
Yeah, everything cool, yeah.
How big is Joy Road that big?
It's not that big. It's like I tell you, it's from like Joy Road to Southfield to like Ruish Park, like past Evergreen. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying, know everybody. Like I know T Grizzly uncles and shit. Like, I grew up with them, like, but you know what I'm saying, like, Like, you know what I'm saying? Took him to the studio with me a couple times, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, it's that deep. Man.
Yeah,
Everybody knows
hell
that,
yeah.
like, okay.
He was saying.
Okay.
Yeah. He used to ride around with me and shit on the 40s. But
man, it was just a couple
you
months.
can ask him, he'll tell you, man.
To T Grizzly?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Right, the 40s, man. I mean, so talk about that. I mean, Detroit street cultures, flashy, you know, the jewelry, the whips, the fashion. Talk about the, you know, I see you got a couple of chains on your neck. Can you talk about your jewelry, man?
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I've always been in love with jewelry, man. Like, I don't know what about it. I just always fell in love with it. Like, even when niggas was rocking dog tags and shit. But yeah, man, I got this piece of this Say No More piece. Say No More piece right here.
You hold it up, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you gotta hold it up, bro. Like hot, yeah.
Yup, this is Say No More piece. Represent the game, you know what I'm saying? I actually got this made by Mike right there. And
what
then
else? What's that? You got
this piece right here. This is an unk right here. This shit represent. My uncles and shit used to rock this shit right here. You know what I'm saying? This piece right here.
I see a lot of people with those.
Yeah,
I used to see Prince.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you had that, but okay.
Yeah, but shout out to Mike. Shout out Diamond Island. Them the jewelers that I be fucking with. You know what I'm saying? Hutch. Shout out to Hutch too.
Sure. Hey man, I appreciate the interview, bro. Anything else you want to drop on the viewers?
Yeah. Look out for that CD, man. It's coming New Year's Eve, man. It should be out New Year's Eve.
Sure.
It's coming 2020 for sure. Last one standing, man. This is an exclusive interview, man. It's probably the second interview I ever did in my motherfucking life. For real.
Hey man, you know I got it, AHumbleSoul.
Exclusive shit. A lot of shit people don't even know about. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. My man's tapped in. He been tapping in since he came from the A to do this shit, man. So I had to make sure I was available this time, man. We missed it a couple times. For sure.
Anything else you want to drop?
Nope, everything good, man. Free all my people, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to all the fallen soldiers that we lost over the summer and shit like that. Shit getting crazy.
If anybody want to work with you, do some music.
Yeah, anybody want to work with me, you know what I'm saying? Tap in, saynomore.bj@gmail. Tap in like that. Yup, and it's all love, man.
Sure.
Yup.
Hey, signing out, man. AHumbleSoul. Live from Detroit.
Yup.